Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another thrilling episode of Living World of Darkness, Rage Across New York. In today's scene, Stoneclaw is doing what we like to call a bad. She has decided that she wants to do a thing, and that thing requires catching William in the Tellurian because, well, she needs visual aids, and she has an idea, a fabulous idea. But that fabulous idea won't work in the Umbra, so she'll just have to wait it out. So she has decided to wait in the boys' cabin because that seems like the easiest way to do it. And as such, has trotted her way up to Lucas's cabin, nosed open the door, as Lucas really isn't especially fond of very solid doors. I mean, I guess the front door is solid, so assuming it's even closed in the first place, she'll nose that open, trundle in, and after walking through at least one door of the hanging, like, hippie beads, which of course distresses her slightly, will find the kitchen. She has learned the pattern of what a kitchen is. It has the hard floors that click, click, click under her claws, and it has the box full of food. And she has gotten very good of late at learning how to paw and nose and eventually coax the refrigerator open. So when finally she is joined, or caught, as it were, in the boys' cabin, she will be in the kitchen, kind of lounging on the floor with gnawed open Tupperware and eating whatever leftovers and whatnot Lucas has seen fit to stock in the fridge.
Will come back and open the boys' cabin door. He has spent most of the day, when he's not been doing the training, with in the Umbra, where he seems to spend most of his time. He seems to loiter around. He likes the attention of the spirits, and he just seems to like the Umbra. It just makes him feel better. Yeah, he's probably been napping. He's not been sleeping so well. And before we do that, I should roll my nightmares floor.
And while you do that, I'm just gonna say Victor just slowly walks up to Stoneclaw, and he just taps her on the shoulder, I guess.
It shouldn't take too much of a crouch to tap her on her big old shoulder. Yeah, she's lounging there. And she'll pop her nose up out of whatever Tupperware container she currently has it submerged in. It's probably something like macaroni and cheese. So she pokes her nose up with, like, cheese clinging to her fur.
And Victor is holding up a tablet. Do you wanted this?
Yes. That is the thing. It makes the pictures, yes.
Okay.
Can you use it for me?
I can.
Yes, good. I'll assume this is happening as William's, like, hitting that first set of, like, bead curtain.
Yeah. So Will wanders in. Yeah, and he will, seeing those two talking, he'll probably, he's been avoiding Stoneclaw ever since, he was kind of a dick to her. Not really his fault, but he was having a hard time. He was kind of a dick to when he first came to the Sept, and he believes that he caused her to thaw. He's had to explain to him that's a very bad thing. He's kind of guilty about that, but he was also fairly terrified of her because she ripped and nearly attacked her friends, and Will doesn't want that to happen to him. So yeah, he'll probably kind of see them and then try to probably sneak out. Although he's not being quiet, so you will certainly notice him, especially if you're in Lupus.
Well, that and those bead curtains, though. It's like an alarm system. It's beautiful. So when he initially hits them to come through the first time, the ears twitch, and she'll take a glance, swivel her head, poke her nose up, take a good snuffle. And before he can get back all the way through them again, we'll just call out, William.
Oh, hey guys. Didn't see you there. He did see you there.
Is it blatantly lying?
Yeah.
Her ears kind of do this like weird cattywampus, like one goes one way, one goes the other. Like it's not a head tilt, but it's blatant confusion.
So, how's it going? Training was fun today.
Yes, it's good. You are getting very strong. That is why I want to show you a thing.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
He will look at He will look at Victor, kind of like, what's happening?
Is he saying that, or is he like
No, he
looking
just-
at him?
It's definitely like that. What the fuck is happening, bro? Look, getting tossed at him.
Victor is going to look back as if he was saying, "I have no idea."
It's that helpless
And
little
then-
shrug.
Yeah, and then he's gonna look at Stonklaw, like, "What do you want me to do?" kind of thing.
And she will pop herself up into a sit and kind of paw, not actually paw at the tablet. She doesn't want to break it with her giant pawsies, but she kind of paws in its general direction to point it out, as it were, and say, I want a picture of Gaia.
Will's eyebrows raise.
What?
I have seen that there is pictures of Gaia. The kinfolk Dr. Mega drew me a picture in the dirt. It was a big circle with squiggles.
Do you mean the planet?
Is that Gaia?
Will again looks at Victor, confused.
Victor looks way more confused than you do.
Then yes, try that. Show me that.
Google Maps? Google Earth?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, okay. Will go over and take the tablet. He actually has, he was just beginning, before his whole life was ripped away from him, a degree in communications. So he is actually kind of tech-friendly. He has dots.
Yeah, he's just gonna Victor is just going to hand the tablet over to William.
And he will open the tablet, or get you to open it with your passcode.
It doesn't
Candy
have one.
Crush, really, dude? Really?
Nah, there isn't that, but if you just take a look at it, there is a shit ton of pictures of cars, engines, and a few schematics.
Cool.
He has all the tabs open.
Yup.
Will hastily look at some and he'll be like, come on, man. It's inappropriate. And close them. And
That's okay. Stoneclaw doesn't get it. She's just looking at him expectantly and waiting for her picture of Gaia.
and Will will type in Earth, basically, globe, on Google Image. You mean that? Is that what you wanted?
And Stoneclaw will kind of like, if she has to, like, pop up and put a paw on something so that she can look properly at the tablet. And
Actually, Will probably sit down on, like, cross-legged. So we can all look at it.
that makes sense. So yeah, she'll like cock a head over, and as he's like, I assume just flicking through the image search, will be like,
Yeah.
will eventually like poke one with her nose. Something that's probably one of the more stretched out, like open images of a globe just because that's what was drawn for her before.
Mhm.
But if he's scrolling through and there are pictures, she's not looking like for a distant image of the planet. She wants something that's close enough to show the detail of the fact that, like, even from space, you can see where cities are.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, sure. Maybe like Earth at night.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
And once she finds something, she'll probably poke at a couple and be like, some, this or this or this, and have him pull them up, and then kind of sit back and look at him. Stop looking at the tablet and look at William. You do not like to kill humans. I want to show you why it is important that we be able to do this.
To kill humans.
Yes. See picture of Gaia. See how much of Gaia is covered in lights and cities. These are scars. They are injuries. Gaia is hurt. I know this is not how humans think, but in these places, Gaia cannot grow and live. I have been told about parks, about places where they put a cage around Gaia and say she can grow here. These are not Gaia either. These are Gaia in a cage. If all of this is Gaia, how much of it is actually a place where Gaia is not hurt or in a cage?
Sure, I mean, yeah, but that doesn't. Why are you talking about killing people? You don't need to kill people.
How many wolves are there, and how many humans are there on Gaia?
I don't know.
Many more humans. Many, many. And when they live in these places, these scars, they keep Gaia from healing. They do not know that Gaia is their mother. They do not know that they should live with her and not on her, not dig up her bones to make these things. The places that they live with all these lights, they are wounds that are infected and cannot heal while there are humans in them.
What's your point?
My point is that once there were less humans, and they lived with Gaia, and it was good. Sometimes they get sick and die, sometimes they are hunted, and sometimes they hunt and dig for roots and eat plants, live in burrows, live with Gaia. If humans do not learn to live with Gaia, they kill her. There is very little Gaia left. This is what we fight for, is for Gaia. There is no point to fighting if you are going to let them kill her.
You're still not really making a point. I agree we should fight for Gaia. This is what all the teaching's been about. This is what going and killing that fucking shit monster was all about. But you're talking about killing people.
Do
People
you
who
understand?
don't know what they're doing.
They do not. I know. Some of them do know they are doing wrong. Like the ones who kept me in cage. They knew it was wrong. Some do not know. I do not think all humans should die. I am not like that. Only humans kill all of something. Not me. Not Garou. Not wolves. But
we're here to protect people from.
We are here to protect Gaia.
But humans are part of Gaia.
Some
if we're
are.
going to protect the planet, we need to change people's attitudes and have them work, towards these things. You can't wipe out all the humans.
Do not want to.
And you wouldn't be able to.
Have you heard story of Impergium?
I think it was mentioned once or something.
Ask Olaf or Calls. I would say ask Smiles, but is probably a bad idea. Ask older Garu, the ones who know the stories about the Impergium. When we came to Gaia, we were protecting her, and part of that was keeping things in balance. Do you know what happens in Gaia when there are, let's say you live in woods, and you see that there are many, many, many rabbits? Do you know what happens when there are too many? It means that predators are too weak to kill them or not enough. It means that they eat everything and then die because there's nothing left to eat. The humans don't live with Gaia. They don't eat what they can find. They put Gaia in a cage to make her grow what they need. They put the creatures of Gaia in cages. Is not right.
Look, I get it. We can all go back to living subsistence level, whatever, in the forest. Fine, if that's what you think would be best. Or we could get, humanity to change its mind, invest in renewable energy, environmental policies, recycling, this sort of thing.
Will they still live in the scars?
Well, they're not scars.
Yes.
I mean, you're in one right now.
Yes.
Do you, okay, right. Do you believe that's true?
Yes.
Well, why are you talking to me? Why aren't you going out and killing them all?
Because I am Cup.
Okay, why isn't Smiles going out and killing them all?
Even Smiles knows his place. We do
I thought
not
you would-
break the veil, and we do not kill for no reason.
But it wouldn't be for no reason. If you
It is
believe
not.
that humans are a plague,
I
that
think that they are something that has become too many. And they are hurting the place that they live. They are killing it because they need more and more. And there is no more to give.
right? So what's your solution?
There will have to be less of them. But
Murder.
I do not say that you should kill humans just to kill humans. I say that you should see that there are so many humans on Gaia. And everywhere that the humans live, they make scars in Gaia. They dig up her bones. They put her in cages. A few less will not hurt Gaia. It will do her good, especially culling the weak. It will make the humans stronger too.
You're fucked up, you know that.
How am I fucked up?
Will looks pretty disbelieving. He's looking at Victor. So you think we should cull humanity? Kill thousands of millions of innocents?
Can't reach that many. Can't do that yet anyways. You can't do things like that until you are big enough and strong enough that people cannot tell you no.
So the only thing stopping you committing genocide is the fact that you're too weak to be able to do it.
What is genocide?
It's where you kill thousands of people. Oh, I see, I'm aware that's inaccurate, but it's where you kill a lot of people.
Maybe. Not by myself. It is what the werewolves have done before, what the Garu once did. was keep human numbers in control so they did not hurt Gaia. Just like we keep rabbits in control and deer in control as wolves.
Well, you've done a pretty shit job, haven't you?
I was not alive for this.
But if you were, you'd have killed thousands of innocent people.
There were not thousands to kill. She is, of course, obviously, like, she doesn't know what 1,000 is, but she's getting the gist that it's a big number. Some big number she can't grasp, so it must be many, many, many.
Will's still just looking like disbelieving. So,
Humans should not be seen as different from any other creature of Gaia.
bring me a symphony that I will for it. Bring me a Picasso. You know,
What are these?
art, love, philosophy.
Can you not love without a human telling you how?
I mean, that's not my point. When
What
did
is your
wolves
point?
philosophize? When did wolves make art?
Wolves do not. Wolves live in the now and are happy.
They're happy because they don't know any better and they're not intelligent.
I do not see that this is bad. The human mind complicates everything.
I mean, it's also what allows us to express ourselves, to live our lives fully.
You think that I was not able to express myself or live a full life if a human had not put me in a cage.
I think we're currently looking at a tablet that you asked for. You obviously found it useful.
Yes. But it is here now. There is no point to not using. I wanted you to see picture.
Well,
I did not remember what the kinfolk drew in the dirt well enough to draw it for you.
this picture, and he points at one of the pictures. This is Gaia, right?
Yes.
What do you think took this photograph?
What is photograph?
This picture? This image?
Why would it take it? It's right here.
Oh, smiles. Yeah. Well, Stoneclaw. I know that this is obviously a fairly casual conversation, you think you're being informative to me. But I'd rather you didn't in the future speak to me about genocide. Killing everyone that I've ever known and loved.
Is trying to kill the worm genocide? Should I not talk about that either?
I think you're
Do you sympathize with the worm too?
using a false equilibrium there. There's not killing humans is not killing the worm. Saving humans is not saving the worm.
It is not, but you are throwing a word because you think it is important. Sometimes things must die. When a population gets out of control, it will either kill everything around it, have nothing left to use, and then die on its own, or
And actually,
predators can kill it back.
isn't what normally happens in evolution that weak creatures, ones that can't survive, ones that can't compete, die out? Maybe you should
Yes.
resign wolves to that. If
The
we're using
wolves
the
are
same
dying.
logic. Well, maybe they should then.
I'm gonna make a check. Because he just loves saying things. I didn't even have my sheet pulled up. Dick.
You're the one saying genocide, man.
I'll just get some dice ready just in case.
Then actually, I'm trying to think. Nah, she'd be back up to full. My brain. There we go. And let me double check my moon phase so I can make this hopefully as difficult as possible for myself.
Do it.
Let's see. We're at about 60%. Still, let's see. Now, usually they give you a 3-day span for any given phase, so... Yeah, I'm going to say it's a half moon. And I'm going to look up my thing to see what the difficulty is.
Please don't frenzy. Please don't frenzy. Please don't frenzy.
Please don't whistle. Only sadists whistle into microphones.
I couldn't actually whistle in very well because I was nearly laughing.
Okay. So difficulty is 6, which is not as high as I would have liked. But thankfully, that is not enough successes. It would still take me 3 to frenzy.
Good.
So yeah, we'll continue.
Do you know the reason that humans can kill wolves? Because there are guru, very high-ranking guru, that tell us we may not kill the humans. Not unless it is to preserve the veil. If they were not being protected by these high-ranking guru, then we would still be doing our job, and the humans would be in check, and the wolves would live as much as the humans do. But because they are so special, because the humans are so different than every single other creature of Gaia, because apparently they are more important, they have killed many, many creatures until none are left. They will not do this to wolves.
So I don't understand why you've got me in here, Stone Cold, to tell me this. Is it a threat? Do you
I
somehow
wanted you to learn. I thought that perhaps you had learned you were not human, but you have not.
I'm
So
well
I will
aware
not
of
waste
what I
my
am.
time.
It's not your job to teach me, Stoneclaw. You're a cub as well.
The spirits already sing. I will be clear soon. I had thought I would help you. I had thought you had learned. You seemed happy enough killing before. But it seems you are still soft-hearted human. I will go now. You are not worth teaching. I will spend time with Dusk.
Will is staring daggers at you.
Oh, he can stare daggers. Let me know when he makes eye contact.
I mean, he probably would. He's definitely not backing down.
Let me look my shit up. This is probably really unwise. Because I don't think my charisma intimidation is very high.
That might be your opinion,
Oh, thankfully it is.
Stoneclaw. You can use strength if you want to physically intimidate me, by the way, instead of charisma. And that doesn't mean whacking me, that just means being imposing.
You're just gonna be like, ominous dominus, you can use strength for this instead of charisma, considering she's hulking instead of being really clever.
Yeah, definitely. I think
Oh.
that's the role.
You're
You're physically intimidating somebody, and that doesn't necessarily mean actually like touching them or anything. You can use strength instead of charisma.
Well, I appreciate you being a bro.
It's all right.
Then, fuck it. What is, William's willpower?
6.
Okay.
Would it not be an opposed roll?
It is. It is. What we are doing is called a face down. And actually, let me...
Oh, I actually know him. Sweet.
Yes. So basically, the deal is we each roll intimidation, or if your rage is higher than your intimidation roll would be. Like, it's usually either charisma intimidation or rage. If your rage is higher, you have to use that instead. to the obvious results of getting too many successes. The difficulty on your roll is your opponent's willpower.
Okay.
And the goal is to get their wits +5. So in my case, or in your case, your difficulty is 7, and you are trying to get 8 successes total.
Mm-hmm.
In my case, my difficulty is 6. And what is your wits +5?
You get 7 successes total.
And I'm going to put that in the chat so I don't forget.
So wait, we use our rage instead of our base stat or our intimidation?
I think you use your rage if it exceeds your charisma intimidation total.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, basically, if your charisma intimidation is equal to or higher than your rage, you may use that. If your rage is higher, though, that is when you have to use for a face down.
Cool. Let me just look at my stats.
And that is a note for me, and then...
Wait, one sec. Let me grab something.
And if you want, I can link you the little thingy that has the mechanic in it.
That'd be cool.
Because this document is useful as shit.
All right, cool.
And
So
especially for this, I'm, as much as I appreciate that you would normally let me intimidate you with a strength roll, I am not going to take that advantage when we are doing an opposed thingy like this.
I guess if it's like a special thing, then you maybe can't. Yeah, because it's just normally. I mean, as an intimidation roll. If it's like a special thing, then I don't.
Yeah. Normally it would be I roll intimidate, and if you'd let me use strength, hot diggity, and then you just roll willpower to oppose it. But since we are locking eyes, it's getting special.
As it's a special thing that I was unaware of. Then
yes.
Coolio. Well, I'm rolling 5 dice.
And I will roll. Thankfully, also 5 dice. Thank God. I thought that number would be lower than my rage.
I have 5 successes.
At a difficulty 7?
Oh, no, sorry. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry, 3 then.
And I have 2.
Jesus, imagine if that was a rage roll.
Please tell me you're not rolling your rage.
No, he's not. So what happens?
Basically, this becomes a prolonged thing where each round we roll off and try to... Basically, the first one to hit the necessary number of successes was win.
Gotcha.
The loser, at that point, if they wish, can spend a willpower to try to extend it for another round and beat the previous person's rolls. And you can continue to spend willpower that way to be spiteful as much as you like.
Sure.
But this is basically like a showdown of wills where they lock eyes and bristle
so
at each other,
I like
etc.
that. Cool. Okay, let's go again in round 2.
All right.
I have 3 successes again.
Damn. Stop it.
Dice gods.
They like you a lot better than me. God damn.
Just 1? Oh no, 2, yeah, because I'm 6. Alrighty.
All right. Round 3. Fight.
I have 2 successes.
Got 1. So how many do you have total now?
I'm currently on 8.
I am spending a willpower to extend it.
That's cool.
Because
so it's just one more time, right? You're currently
yeah, basically at this point you would be winning, but Stoneclaw is blowing willpower to continue glaring.
What are you currently on? How many successes?
I am on 5.
Yep. Okay. Round 4. I have 2 successes.
Son of a bitch, 1s. So I have at this point 6, 7, and you've gotten 2 more, so you're at 10. God damn it!
Ooh, did I stare you down?
I am blowing another willpower. God damn it!
Just keep going. Oh, mine are easier now, aren't they? Oh, sorry. Then I have 11 because you spent a willpower.
Look
11?
well going.
Yeah, because you spent a willpower, right?
Oh, that's... I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm on the
Fuck. I guess that does make sense.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever thought to actually drop the number as we went.
Kind of makes sense. Like it's getting
It does.
more and more.
I will blow one more just out of spite because I can't see Stoneclaw doing otherwise. Or actually,
Well, I have
You know
4
what?
successes on that roll.
yeah, you do. And Stoneclaw is going to do what pissed off Lupus do best, and what probably would have happened if I was rolling my rage. And is going to essentially lose her temper. And let's see, because
What are
I
the
do not.
consequences of losing this thing?
The consequences are essentially that I have to turn aside. Like, I can either flat out just take this to combat and try to beat you that way, or I have to turn aside.
Cool.
So I am trying to find a way to do this without...
My charisma 4 came in useful.
I know, right?
Yeah, that was awesome.
God damn it.
The dice gods bless me.
And we are fairly close together.
Yeah.
So
like,
a
we're right
tackle
next to
is
each other.
not even a thing. But I am going to, essentially, I'm going to grapple and have it be Stoneclaw trying to bowl him over, snarling.
Mhm.
Because she is flat losing her temper because she's losing.
Do I have to roll rage?
You can. If this would piss him off bad enough, you are welcome to roll rage.
I think it would piss him off if someone's just attacking him.
Yep.
I do have.
And just keep in mind, someone is attacking you who just talked about
Yeah.
human genocide.
Yeah, completely.
And since I see that Anne has joined the
I
party,
have 2 successes.
she definitely hears snarling because Stoneclaw is losing her temper, and then a nasty growl, and I am going to make my attack.
Leiden Mama.
How is your rage roll looking there, buddy?
Oh, I got 2 successes. I have
Okay.
Calm Heart, and I actually didn't even need to use it, but yeah.
Fantastic. Right now the difficulty is 6, unless you're a Villadox.
Sure. So,
So I will roll that grapple.
I will roll to dodge.
Contested.
Can I reflexively go Krenos if you're going to jump at me?
You can blow rage.
I'm going to do that because I've seen you attack and try to kill
This is
me.
why I'm grappling instead of biting.
I don't think he cares. You're jumping at him.
Fair enough. Well,
So, yeah.
if we are going to start spending rage, then
Should we roll initiative?
I was going to say, do you want to start by rolling initiative, or would he be surprised that she initially lunged at him?
I think if we're staring each other down, he's not going to be surprised. It's not an ambush attack.
It's not an ambush, but it could have been a surprise round. You meanie.
I think if we're literally staring at each other.
We are.
Don't
Don't worry, I'm not.
You're going first.
I'm not contesting you, Anne. Stoneclaw is paying no attention.
Yeah, you're going first.
Yep.
So
Let me.
I will. Are we declaring in reverse order, or
I mean, not really. We don't usually, so I'm not gonna
Cool.
bother with all that
Yeah, that's
stuff.
fine.
Then I will spend a rage to take Hispo and basically just like bowl at him. She's not coming at him with her teeth, but she is like lunging to body check him and try to drive him to the floor.
Mhm.
So I will roll that Hispo grapper. And just to make sure I checked my shit, let me check my grapple mechanic.
I actually don't know what the grapple mechanics are in this thing.
I am checking right now. I believe that a grapple, as long as I get a success, is initiated, if I remember right. And actually, yeah. Basically, I have now initiated a grapple. You have been immobilized, essentially.
I can't roll to dodge or anything.
Oh yeah, sorry, you can dodge. I don't know why I'm
Well,
derping
I mean,
dodge. Do it.
Grapple is contested, isn't it?
It is. Well, it's contested in later turns. Like if I succeed at the grapple, then every turn he can try to get out with a contested roll, but he can dodge. That's pretty much the only thing you can do with the grapple.
So yeah, will try and just basically jump back out of your way and fail miserably. So you grab him. So you kind of, I don't know how Wolf will grapple.
Essentially, what in her case, what she's doing is taking Hispo and bowling him to the ground and standing over him, like basically teeth down, so that you really don't want to move.
Okay, yeah. So
I guess
I think you can do strength as bashing damage or something.
I can. Thankfully, I don't have to.
Okay.
So,
okay, gotcha.
So she is going to initiate the grapple and like lunge and pin him to the floor with her body weight and growl on his face.
Okay.
And I will try an intimidation roll. Because desperate tactics when you're losing are the best kind. Would you still let me do a strength one, considering it is being done physically?
Sure, I'm not sure what my resist roll would be.
What you'd do is you would roll your willpower, because you have not blown all of yours. And if you have more successes than I do, or equal successes as the defender, it is you are not even phased. And I will cry deeply.
I have a measly single success.
Yay! I has 5.
So, Will is suitably intimidated by this. Anne, am I allowed to act, or would you say that being this intimidated, he's essentially kind of cowed?
Essentially, any of your actions should be to try to get away or whatever. You can speak as a free action, obviously. Like,
because I think what I want to do is I want him to go Krenos, basically to like throw you away and get away. Like,
yeah, sure, makes sense to me. Fuck it.
Yeah, if you're trying to,
Jesus, imagine if that was a rage roll.
Please tell me you're not rolling your rage.
No, he's not. So what happens?
Basically, this becomes a prolonged thing where each round we roll off and try to... Basically, the first one to hit the necessary number of successes was win.
Gotcha.
The loser, at that point, if they wish, can spend a willpower to try to extend it for another round and beat the previous person's rolls. And you can continue to spend willpower that way to be spiteful as much as you like.
Sure.
But this is basically like a showdown of wills where they lock eyes and bristle
so
at each other,
I like
etc.
that. Cool. Okay, let's go again in round 2.
All right.
I have 3 successes again.
Damn. Stop it.
Dice gods.
They like you a lot better than me. God damn.
Just 1? Oh no, 2, yeah, because I'm 6. Alrighty.
All
Round
right.
3.
Round 3. Fight.
I have 2 successes.
Got 1. So how many do you have total now?
I'm currently on 8.
I am spending a willpower to extend it.
That's cool.
Because
so it's just
I
one more time, right?
Spiteful.
You're currently on...
basically at this point you would be winning, but Stoneclaw is blowing willpower to continue glaring.
What are you currently on? How many successes?
I am on 5.
Yep. Okay. Round 4. I have 2 successes.
Son of a bitch, 1s. So I have, at this point, 6, 7, and you've gotten 2 more, so you're at 10. God damn it.
Ooh, did I stare you down?
I am blowing another willpower. God
you can just keep going. Oh, mine are easier now, though, aren't they? Oh, sorry, then I have 11, because you spent a willpower.
Look
11?
at Will going.
Yeah, because you spent a willpower, right?
Oh, that's... I guess. Yeah.
So I'm
Fuck. I guess that does make sense.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's ever thought to actually drop the number as we went.
Kind of makes sense. Like it's getting
It does.
like, more and more.
I will blow one more just out of spite because I can't see Stoneclaw doing otherwise. Or actually,
Well, I have
You know
4
what?
successes on that roll.
yeah, you do. And Stoneclaw is going to do what pissed off Lupus do best, and what probably would have happened if I was rolling my rage. And is going to essentially lose her temper. And let's see,
What
because
are
I
the
do not.
consequences of losing this thing?
The consequences are essentially that I have to turn aside. Like I can either flat out just take this to combat and try to beat you that way, or I have to turn aside.
Cool.
So I am trying to find a way to do this without.
My charisma 4 came in useful.
I know, right?
Yeah, it was awesome.
God damn it!
The dice gods bless me.
And we are fairly close together.
Yeah.
So
like,
a
we're right
tackle
next to
is
each other.
not even a thing. But I am going to essentially, I'm going to grapple and have it be Stoneclaw trying to bowl him over, snarling,
Mhm.
because she is flat losing her temper because she's losing.
Do I have to roll rage?
You can. If this would piss him off bad enough, you are welcome to roll rage.
I think it would piss him off if someone's just attacking him.
Yep.
I do have.
And just keep in mind, someone is attacking you who just talked about
Yeah.
human genocide.
Yeah, completely.
And since I see that Anne has joined the
I
party,
have 2 successes.
she definitely hears snarling because Stoneclaw is losing her temper, and then a nasty growl, and I am going to make my attack. How is your rage roll looking there, buddy?
Oh, I got 2 successes. I have
Okay.
Calm Heart, and I actually didn't even need to use it. But yeah.
Fantastic. Right now the difficulty is 6, unless you're a Philodox.
Sure. So,
So I will roll that grapple.
I will roll to dodge.
Contested.
Can I reflexively go Kreenos if you're going to jump at me?
You can blow rage.
I'm going to do that because I've seen you attack and try to kill
This is
me.
why I'm grappling instead of biting.
I don't think he cares. You're jumping at him.
Fair enough. Well,
So,
if
yeah.
we are going to start spending rage, then
Should we roll initiative?
I was going to say, do you want to start by rolling initiative, or would he be surprised that she initially lunged at him?
I think if we're staring each other down, he's not going to be surprised. It's not an ambush attack.
It's not an ambush, but it could have been a surprise round. You meanie.
I think if we're literally staring at each other.
We are.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm
Yeah,
not.
you're going first.
I'm not contesting you, Anne. Stoneclaw is paying no attention.
Yeah, you're going first.
Yep.
So
Let me.
I will. Are we declaring in reverse order, or
I mean, not really. We don't usually, so I'm not gonna
Cool.
bother with all that
Yeah, that's
stuff.
fine.
Then I will spend a rage to take Hispo and basically just like bowl at him. She's not coming at him with her teeth, but she is like lunging to body check him and try to drive him to the floor.
Mhm.
So I will roll that Hispo grapper. And just to make sure I checked my shit, let me check my grapple mechanic.
I actually don't know what the grapple mechanics are in this thing.
I am checking right now. I believe that a grapple, as long as I get a success, is initiated, if I remember right. And actually, yeah. Basically, I have now initiated a grapple. You have been immobilized, essentially.
I can't roll to dodge or anything.
Oh yeah, sorry, you can dodge. I don't know why I'm
Well,
derping
I mean,
dodge. Do it.
Grapple is contested, isn't it?
It is. Well, it's contested in later turns. Like if I succeed at the grapple, then every turn he can try to get out with a contested roll. But he can dodge. That's pretty much the only thing you can do with the grapple.
So yeah, he will try and just basically jump back out of your way and fail miserably. So you grab him. So you kind of. I don't know how a wolf would grapple.
Essentially, what in her case, what she's doing is taking Hispo and bowling him to the ground and standing over him, like basically
Yeah,
teeth
yeah.
down, so that you really don't want to move.
Okay, yeah. So
I guess.
I think you can do strength as bashing damage or something.
I can. Thankfully, I don't have to.
Okay.
So,
okay, yeah, gotcha.
so she is going to initiate the grapple and like lunge and pin him to the floor with her body weight
Mm-hmm.
and growl in his face.
Okay.
And I will try an intimidation roll. Because desperate tactics when you're losing are the best kind. Would you still let me do a strength one, considering it is being done physically?
Sure. I'm not sure what my resist roll would be.
What you'd do is you would roll your willpower, because you have not blown all of yours. And if you have more successes than I do, or equal successes as the defender, it is you are not even phased. And I will cry deeply.
I have a measly single success.
Yay! I has 5.
So, Will is suitably intimidated by this. Anne, am I allowed to act, or would you say that being this intimidated, he's essentially kind of cowed?
Essentially, any of your actions should be to try to get away or whatever. You can speak as a free action, obviously. Like,
because I think what I want to do is I want him to go Krenos, basically to like throw you away and get away. Like,
yeah, sure, makes sense to me. Fuck it.
Yeah, your response is basically submit or try and get away from her. If you're trying to make you submit. If you're trying to resist submission, then yes, you can only do like instinctual things.
Just saying,
Cool.
we already have a very big Hispo inside this cabin. If you go Krynos,
there is a horse wolf, and everything is knocked over, and Lucas is going to be
This
mad.
is going to at least partially rack. This is going to at least partially take down a bit of the cabin.
It's
Just
definitely
saying.
taking out the furniture. I'd say it's taking out the furniture. I'm not going to say they're taking down the cabin. That's a little much. But yes, you could totally go.
No,
Krynos.
be back.
Will
The
is
entire
gonna-
cabin, of course.
Will is going to spend rage, and he is going to try to assume Krenos. Is he able to?
I'm not going to tell you you can't. And then you can do your contested roll.
He's going to try to break your grapple. Yeah.
Yes. It
If
is.
you're wanting to do, because if you're not in Krenos yet, you just need to spend effectively a rage to do it instantaneously, or you have to roll.
Yeah, he's spending. So yeah, you can roll your strength brawl, and I will roll my strength brawl, and if yours is higher, you break loose.
I'm going to reflexively use my ancestors to aid my brawl roll.
Is Ancestors reflexive?
Yeah. I've used it like I've used it in 2 scenes with STs, and they both said you don't have to like use it as an action.
Okay,
So I get an extra dice.
go for it. I have never used Ancestors, so I don't know.
I have 3 successes.
Dex roll.
And I believe you are the defender in this one, as I'm trying to break your grapple.
Yes.
I think it's strength brawl, not dex.
Oh, it is strength roll. What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Sorry, you can keep it. Just work out the difference.
Yeah, it's just one more. Wait. Yeah, one more die. Boop. And how many did you have?
I have 3, so you beat me. So essentially, Will, he looks very different. His Krenos form is 0 pure breed, so I don't know what that means. Probably just brownie.
It is up to you what you would like his wolfy bits to look like.
I've not had him assume anything except Homid actually in the terrarium.
I might have a really pretty face claim for your wolf if you want later.
Let's say he's oh no, what's his fur in this picture? Okay, he's a kind of creamy color. Is that so? That's not so. That doesn't mean I have to be a silver.
No. No, there's naturally creamy colored wolves. There's no reason
Okay,
for that.
so he's kind of he's like a creamy wolf. He's not like white like the silver fangs. And
There you go.
Yeah, he will basically try and like push Stoneclaw off, but he can't. She's still pinning him, and he looks really pissed off.
And scared.
And he'll basically just say like, "Get the fuck off me! What the hell are you doing?"
Yep. Keep in mind that successful intimidate does mean he is probably, but being scared means you can react with, like, violence, which makes sense. So I don't know why I'm saying anything.
Yeah, sure. No, but he's not being violent. He's not attacking back.
He wouldn't. If you're intimidated, you wouldn't be able to react violently. So he can only react in his way of like he's trying to get away.
I mean,
Okay.
like
thrashing. He can be thrashing to try and get away, but yeah.
No, it makes sense.
I just want to say, like, I don't think it can work like that. You can't say I beat you on an intimidation roll, so you can't fight me. Like that would be insanely powerful.
Intimidate's pretty fucking broken, but yeah, I wouldn't say that.
No, because I don't think it actually does anything. It should inform roleplay. It shouldn't disallow action.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I'm not gonna
but
fight
Will, don't get me wrong, Will is like, he, I mean, it's fight or flight, right? And he wants basically to get you off me. To get you.
I have a Duncan if you would like.
Yay, Duncan! Make rules calls.
So,
In a totally unofficial
with the
fashion,
caveat
of
of not
course.
being an ST, the person who loses an intimidate roll, you feel threatened.
Mm-hmm.
What happens when you're threatened?
There you go.
Lashing out is totally viable.
I mean,
Yeah.
I would
Fight
say
or
like
flight.
it's literally the exact thing you did. Like I beat you in a stare down and you attacked me. So like
Yeah.
if you just beat me in a normal intimidate, I should be able to fight back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Exactly. You're scared. A perfectly reasonable reaction when you're scared is to fight back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone has used it brokenly against me in the past. Then.
Yes.
I mean, what
Shame on
all
them.
I don't like is like I don't think that players rolling dice at each other makes too much. Do you know what I mean for like social stuff? I think in this case because
It's verging into
Right.
combat, but
Well,
yeah.
there's-
completely.
So the other thing about a stare down is specifically like a stare down in the eyes of particularly a lupus. If that's what,
That stare down's already happened this later.
oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, this is the results of the stare down. Stoneclaw was losing, so she tackled him. Essentially, she grappled him.
Sorry, Duncan was coming back in after not hearing half of it. Also several beers in.
Yep.
So.
No, I think it makes
Nope,
sense.
it makes sense. She freaked out and grappled him because she knew she was going to
the only
lose.
thing that I couldn't legitimately do now is kind of just be like, I don't even care, Stoneclaw.
Yeah, pretty much.
No
Yeah.
fucking way he's scared. So yeah, I think
No,
he's gonna
totally.
he's gonna basically try and wrestle you back. He's not gonna elevate the threat level as he doesn't want to have his fucking head chewed off. But he's basically like, get the fuck off me, get the fuck off me. What are you doing? And you can tell from his voice that he's clearly like doesn't like this. Like he is, yeah, he's not comfortable with this. Actually, I'll tell you what I will do to inform my roleplay is roll my soft-hearted flaw.
You may roll whatever you wish.
What's
I
it-
will
what's
not
it-
stop you.
What's it called? Soft-hearted. Calm. No, not calm heart. Soft-hearted. Yeah. Where the fuck is it? Sorry, I'm very sweary today. Does anyone know what soft-hearted does?
I
think I
what
have to roll
what
willpower
what
diff
otherwise
8.
does it do mechanically?
I think I have to roll willpower diff 8, or I can't basically like hurt things. Because if I fail that, then there's no way he's going to hurt you anyway. So the whole point's kind of moot.
I mean, to be honest, considering what she's doing, I don't see him going especially soft-hearted unless you want it to be a risky.
No,
as-
it's a flaw. It's a flaw.
Fair
I
enough.
have to. Just because I'm being beaten up doesn't mean it goes away.
No. In defense of yourself, though.
No, I disagree. I think it's a flaw. I could, if it was in defense of myself, I could argue that I have to spend some more power to get over it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is all you,
I'm,
sir.
I'm not saying that I wasn't trying to say discount it completely. I'm just saying that I think it would be more complex than.
You know, I don't care. He's not gonna fight you anyway. I think he's essentially gonna fox frenzy, but not frenzy. He's gonna act. Basically, he just wants to get the hell out. So he's gonna wrestle you and basically just say, "Get the fuck off me." That's all.
Okay.
So I failed. So it's Stoneclaw's turn anyway.
All Stoneclaw is going to do, since she so far has succeeded in the grapple, she's not going to make an attack, but she is going to very carefully, like, she's going to lower her head and open her mouth and, like, essentially hold him by the throat for, you know, a couple seconds. She is not breaking flesh. In fact, if he keeps struggling, she will try to be very careful not to hurt him, because this is just supposed to be a display. It is not supposed to be something that causes injury.
I think Will is genuinely gonna like do his best to like struggle away.
You can do the contested roll again.
Yeah. Is that
Absolutely. Okay? Yeah, my action is essentially just trying to force submission by taking the throat.
Okay. I have 2 successes. Easy.
Derp. I have 4.
So yeah, you throat William.
Yep. She just carefully puts her mouth around his throat, holds it there for a couple seconds, and then, seeming satisfied, all of a sudden, just hops off of him. She will essentially pull her mouth back and shove herself back and off of him, kind of propel herself back, so he has room to flail up and around him wherever he's going to.
When you jump off, Will is gonna he's gonna get up, like, and kind of look defensive. He's not gonna go after Stoneclaw, but he's just gonna like get off and just like kind of like be there on guard for another attack.
At this point, Paul will move herself more in through the doorway and make her presence known. She's still just watching you all.
That bead curtain, though, is like an alarm system. And Stoneclaw will keep her face on William for the moment in Giant Horse Hispo. But she will watch him for a couple moments as he gets back and like takes a defensive stance and issue a snort. And
We're just gonna be like, what the fuck was that about? Fuck you.
You'd know nothing.
Let's I can use a fucking iPad.
And she just very blatantly turns about, puts her back to him, and goes to walk out the door unless Calls is going to like purposefully stand in her way. She will very carefully slip around her, tipping up her chin as she goes, and
Calls
will
will pause her only for a minute. She will just clearly not be like fully blocking her, but just step in, just sort of put her weight in into like Stoneclaw just enough to make her pause for a second. But her eyes are fixed on William. She is looking at William.
Will looks thoroughly pissed off, but he does look like
he's got that adrenaline though.
No, but he does look like a little bit worried. In fact, he looks more than a little bit worried. He looks very distressed by what just happened.
Cub, William, Stoneclaw has just taught you something. He has just shown you something. This is an important lesson. He has been here much longer than you, and been a wolf longer than you. Whilst you will have some things to show her, do not discount her lessons in your fear. You will miss much. And she will let Stoneclaw go. She will just nudge Stoneclaw briefly and let her go.
Will looks even more embarrassed and humiliated. Not only has he had been dominated, he's also just been told off and basically acted like he should say
This is not how I intended.
It's okay, this gets worse. Because right after that, Stoneclaw can probably see it the clearest since she's trying to head out the door. But there is someone in not his usual clothing set making a tromping beeline for this area.
She will move to take that step out the door and then a step to the side to get well out of his way.
He comes forward and he looks at her. You wait here.
Everybody do the flop.
And makes his way into the cabin. Down!
Will. He's already on his knees, and he will, drop. And he will revert to Hamid.
How's Victor doing over there?
Victor is at his corner, looking at his iPad to see if it's broken or not.
Let's roll some fate dice.
Okay.
It's a little scuffed up, but it's probably functional. You can check it later.
Okay, so he's just gonna set that down next to his pillow, and then start walking out.
Okay.
Olaf's attention is 100% on Victor now.
Yeah, so it's just called.
Wait, didn't he ask us to walk out with him?
No, he told Stoneclaw to wait, and when he walked in the room, said down in his "I am not happy today" voice.
Oh, I'm sorry, I completely took that wrong. My bad. Then
That's okay.
he's just gonna put the iPad down to the side next to his pillow, and he's already down. So.
Oh, okay, then perfect. What is the reason that first dinner was interrupted for me today?
Will looks. As much as he's intimidated by Stoneclaw, he's even more intimidated by Olaf. But he'll be kind of holding his throat, even though there's no damage done to it. He'll just be like, she fucking attacked me.
Good starting point. Why?
He'll look around. He'll look at Calls and Victor. I don't know. She wanted to fucking tell me that we should kill all the humans, so I said we shouldn't. And then I don't know. Okay, sorry. OOC. The stare down is like a kind of primarily thing. It's like a real kind of thing for Garrett, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So then she just stared at me and then fucking just pounced on me. Will looks pretty upset and embarrassed.
The Wolf Arts Challenge. I see. Stoneclaw.
You can hear her scuffling up to her feet on the porch.
Come here.
And she will very, very carefully come back through the door as she has not downshift. Actually, no, Breed is immediate. So she snaps back and noses back through the door and kind of does the submissive slink, even though that puts her about on height with Calls.
What happened?
I try to teach Will why sometimes humans must die. He says that if the way of nature is right, then the wolves all dying is right.
I only said that because you were saying we were going to commit genocide.
This is what you
One
said.
at a time, or I start hitting people with my fist. Stoneclaw.
So, God damn it! Sorry, I got distracted by Austin. So she returns to looking in Olaf's direction, but not even at his head level. Probably at about mid chest.
That's cool. There's a picture of a nice lady there. Enjoy that.
I'm enjoying it so much. So she turned her attention back to him. I tried to explain that the reason humans are so many is that there are high-ranked Garou that tell us we cannot do what we were meant to do. But he says these things about how the wolves should die out because the weakest die.
Well, looks like
And
he wants to say something and then hold his
So
tongue.
and so I stare, and he meets my eyes. And then I tackled him and throwed him. Did not hurt him, but scare him to show I am right.
Olaf walks over to one of the overturned chairs that isn't broken, picks it back up, sits down.
Pulls up a brightly colored beanbag.
This is what you call a teachable moment.
Olaf, as much as I would like to teach this, I think you better. I'm not sure I could. You use the words.
Stoneclaw has so much sympathy right now.
Cause is clearly agitated and not. Yeah. There is a lot of agitation, but clearly trying to be suppressed.
Calls the Fury. I understand. No. I have good idea of rage. Allow me to try.
Please.
So here is the situation at current. We do not do population control on humans. It is not the will of the alphas of the nation, the Silver Fang. There are those who disagree, chief amongst them the Red Talons. Now, I come from Minnesota. Minnesota is a wonderful place. I love it. It's full of wild and, just the beautiful, picturesque type places and polite people and all that good stuff. And Minnesota is the primary home in this place, this America, to two tribes. One of them is the Get the Fenrir, me. But the other, out into the boundary waters. Many Red Talons there. Every single year, Talons come from across the way to go have a conversation. And that conversation is always, shall we challenge to have our way? And every single year, the greatest warrior of the Silver Fangs comes to tell them no by rule of strength. I know this because I live in area. People have to glad hand seps on their way through to avoid violating territory. Now, you both are going to come across a lot of opinions on whether or not population control should be done on humans. And you are going to have to learn with the answer, to live with the answers you find. Whatever may be in your heart. That is the truth. On this we will always be split. On this we will always fight. But the more time I see with your claws at each other, the less time I see with your claws in the children of the worm. That is how I see it. Now, Stoneclaw, you know better than many the tragedies that have befallen the lupus. Cause the Fury also knows this. Any lupus here knows this. And we are sworn to protect creatures of Gaia when we can. I will never abandon a wolf. William, You will see many opinions like this in your life. You have to imagine your entire way dying all around you, hunted from trucks and helicopters as they tear down everything that you knew and kill everyone you love. Mankind has turned their world upside down. They face annihilation, and it breeds in them a deep rage. I do not pretend that I have all of answer, but I will tell you now that I favor balance. However, the will of the alphas of the nation is the will of the alphas of the nation. You fight over a moot point.
I would like to add only this. Many, you are not alone in disparaging the thoughts of the Lucases in this set. You will hear their side too, and it will tell you that it is fine to discount the wolves and to put us down, and that we are all mad and rabid like dogs.
I never said that.
They may use prettier words, but they mean the same thing. But I will say this. We would like to have hope for the humans, or at least I would. I would like to say that they can do good things for Gaia, and I know some of them have. I have seen, for example, Lucas's kinfolk, when I spoke to him about the wild. I have seen the good things they did. A park may not be much, but it destroyed part of the Weaver in this city. It drove the Weaver and the Worm just away from just a little bit. And it is not a lot, but it is something. So maybe some of the humans can work with us. But there are many. But as Olaf said, we should not let this distract us from the bigger fight. The Worm is the far bigger enemy. And if you ask one time, not right now, I can tell you exactly what that enemy is doing. I fought them last night. They are horrific. But
Stoneklaw's ears go a little flatter.
But I say this. Never should you... The life of this planet is not, and the life of Gaia, and the life of more is not worth the life of a few humans. And you can argue about the total annihilation of one species or another, but if you wipe out all of the wolves and all of everything else, and all of the Garu, then you will see what is left. And I will be sad for you, and I will mourn for what you have left, because there will be nothing to fight for you.
I don't know why we're bollocking me. She's the one that she called me in here. She's the one that's teaching me wrong. She's the one that fucking attacked me. If the alphas of the nation say that, then why is she telling me otherwise and then attacking me when I agree with the alphas of the nation?
What she is telling you is that some humans may die, and some humans should die, and she is not wrong. The Red Talons and Smiles will tell you they should all die, and there are some days I sympathize with them, and actually probably agree with them. But I have my own opinions. You are allowed your own opinions. But your opinions need to have information. Currently, you do not have information. Stoneclaw shared you her view, a wolf's view, a view you should hear. You have ears closed. Do not listen. Do not learn.
My ears closed. I listened to it, then she attacked me when I disagreed.
Because
I didn't attack her opinion, I disagreed with it.
This is something you have not learned. Do you know what a wolf does? You challenged her. She initiated a challenge, and you participated. You did not back down. The logic in conclusion here is challenge. Olaf is Philodox. He can explain challenge more.
That I can. Though I'm afraid to say, because I was not here to witness this, cannot make final call on who was the victor.
What a nice floor this is. I'm just gonna look at it.
Did not see it with my own eyes, and I will not pretend to have seen it.
I think we know who won. She had me on the ground, pinned by my throat.
I saw this bit, not the first bit, not up close.
It's a very interesting thing, the locking of the eyes.
Will doesn't really know what's happening.
See, it's always the first one to break that's considered the one who lost. And yet afterwards, there can often be violence like this. Such upturning and pulling of the hair. The rule of strength in living color.
Fine, Stoneclaw's right then. She obviously is a better fighter than me. You all know I can't fight for shit.
You will
you
get
just-
better.
You are a good fighter. You just do not want to.
Will just doesn't look at Stoneclaw.
No. This is what I will say. There are challenges between Guru from day to day, and there are official challenges. In the greater eyes of the nation, this was a day to day. But in any challenge, once the matter is settled, it stays settled, at least between those two Guru, or whatever the stakes are. You two, you will not clash over this again. Am I understood?
Will looks like he thinks he's the only not crazy one in the room. Like, the idea of him going after Stoneclaw over this is mental.
Stoneclaw clearly thinks this is perfect common sense.
Will's just like, of course I'm not going to do anything about it. She's terrifying.
Very well. Stoneclaw, you may go.
One moment. Stoneclaw, you should probably know this, and you know anyway. But I have instruction.
Ears prick.
Then, Father, I would request that instruction goes to all cubs to not go to the place named Harlem unless taken for specific mission. The risks there and the dangers, they are not what should be faced by a cub. No Garu should go there alone.
No. It was very bad.
I'll talk to the wormful. See what he says. Cub shouldn't be going off sept unescorted anyway. But I would like specifics when they come. Either way, I believe I'll be seeing Garrett soon. Thank you for telling me.
And slink, slink, rattle curtain. God damn it. Slink, slink, slink. Click, click, click off porch.
Victor,
Yes. Where?
I got a job for you later, so stay where I can find you.
Okay.
You may also go.
just reaches in for the tablet, takes it, and leaves the cabin.
And he finally looks at William. You know, your opinion of things, or at least what I imagine it to be, we're in favor of humans. You're certainly not alone. But what you have seen today is an informing moment about how things tend to go in the nation. There are many, many arguments that tend to explode into violence.
I didn't even know this was like a touchy subject. All I said was I think she's wrong that we shouldn't commit genocide. I didn't mean it about the wolves. She was pissing me off.
Then
That is
let's
what you must... Oh, go for it, Anne.
do not say things you do not mean. Wolves, in particular, the lupus, we do not understand this lying or not saying. When you are wolf, your body speaks for you. There is no lying, no message other than what you convey. They will not understand. I do not understand. Barely.
The first thing I learned as a Cleath was the exact time to say something. Because you've seen how tempers flare. Timing is very important. And not letting your passions get ahead of you is especially important. I am not telling you not to feel things. I feel things. As you see, I do not always say them.
Will again looks like he thinks everyone's taking crazy pills. She attacked me. She called me in here, told me what she thought, and then when I didn't like it, attacked me. How the fuck am I to blame? So she can act however she wants just because she can beat me up. How's that fair?
It's not. In many ways, the nation is not what you call fair. It is run on the rule of strength and the litany.
The nation is not about fair. It is about survival and fighting. Fighting for us, fighting for Gaia, fighting for survival. Fair is not as important in this.
Will looks disappointed. Doesn't say out there.
No.
Cub, I will only say this in addition, for your own risk, because your words have caused you problem more than once. You have felt the rage. You have seen the rage. It fuels us. It allows us to fight with great strength for Gaia. But it is also a curse. And sometimes it can overcome people. It can overcome Garu when they do not mean to. And careless words are an unnecessary trigger. So it is not just use words carefully because of nicely feelings. It is use words carefully for your own health and the health of others.
But Stoneclaw doesn't have to watch her words around me. She can say horrible things to me, and because she can beat me up, she just doesn't get told off. Because I upset her, I get told off.
Her words, you say, are horrible, but they are true to her. And if you had been upset and then you had reacted, then I would say the same to her. But she was trying to teach you. She was trying to help you.
And furthermore, until the day comes where she can be stopped in that manner, perhaps by me, perhaps by one associated with you. Yes, the rule of strength tends to play out. It is not a kindly way, but it is the way things tend to go. Look at my face. Do you know how I got these scars?
No.
An Athra rune by the name of Teeth of Titanium gave them to me. He gave them to me because a cub under my command did great offense to him. And I was den father, and therefore I take on the burden. And even I, at the time of Philodox, by litany or by will of might, could not tell him no as he dug silver-tipped claws into my face, burning the flesh. I could smell it. And so I got these scars, and I stood and took them. Because the rule of strength plays out. While you're at this rank and in this place in your life, there will be many times you disagree. Many times you look at a thing and say it is not fair, and yet you will not be strong enough to change it by your auspice or otherwise. It is when you get up in rank, that is when you can start to do what you wish to do by the weight of your title and the strength of your arm.
I believe you said it before. In fact, you spoke a truth. You said the strongest survive.